Was really good. We back. It's the Boxing Clinic. Your boy CJ Goodfella. And, Jarrell Big Baby Miller favors Deontay Wilder to beat Anthony Joshua, even though he don't feel that fight's going to happen anytime soon. Like most of us, man. We see Anthony Joshua being on the defensive and defending himself against other heavyweights that's calling him out. He's the most popular heavyweight in the world. Number one in many people's eyes. And no matter what he does in the public eyes, he can't do no wrong. Even when he verbally came out and said he doesn't want to fight Deontay Wilder, he's not ready, people still turned on Deontay Wilder for calling him out and say he need to prove himself or this happened and that happened. Comparing the stats instead of just, looking at it like, okay, if, Deontay Wilder is dog food, and Joshua's going to dog walk him, why does Joshua continue to avoid the fight? Jarrell Big Baby Miller, smart man. He sees through the BS. He knows that fight is not going to happen anytime soon. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. Wilder almost has 20 more fights than Anthony Joshua. So maybe Joshua just want to get some more pro experience, and that's fine. I'm not against it. He was brutally honest, and he's not ready. He's trying to work on some things. But Jarrell Big Baby Miller said that Wilder's a wild, wild crazy man in there. I linked the article description. He said he clip you one of those windmills, you gonna get hurt. And Anthony Joshua doesn't move his head. He's a big stiff. Doesn't have a lot of head movement. Don't throw a lot of punches. And and been hurt by smaller guys. Been knocked out and dropped in sparring. He says he feels that Deontay Wilder can clip him, and once he hits him one time, muscles don't help the chin. And then he was favored Deontay Wilder. Anybody else, man, no matter who you favor, this fight can go, one way or the other way. One punch can change it. Joshua come out there and land one punch like he did on Charles Martin, and Wilder might fly through the ropes and be done. Same thing for Wilder. Wilder has the more look of a heavyweight, of the old school heavyweight at 220, in good shape. Faster than Joshua. He has a lot of better attributes than Joshua, and Jarrell Big Baby Miller sees that. People don't look at the hand speed or look at the punch output or look at the versatility that Wilder does move his head. He can use his height as well. They don't see Anthony Joshua fights tight and wound up. And, he don't have a large output as well. But he's a very accurate puncher. He throws to land. I think Wilder just throws to throw. And that's a big difference. Big Baby Miller's been rumored to fight Anthony Joshua. And it's coming to America fight. It's Brooklyn Barclay, which I don't think going to take place anytime soon. Now they complaining that Deontay Wilder wants the 50-50 split, which I do think that's a little bit crazy. And we're gonna talk about the split that Joseph Parker wants in the next video coming right after this one. But yeah, man, I don't think the fight's gonna happen, but I think when it does happen, I think they're gonna get Anthony Joshua introduced to America at some point, probably before that fight. Probably gonna be versus Miller. I think they think Miller needs some more seasoning and drop some more weight and add on to his game a little bit. And I think he will continue to do that. He continue to get better. He continue to get match made right because he signed a deal with HBO, and HBO just doesn't throw away money. But yeah, a lot of people starting to come around to Deontay Wilder. They see the growth, they see the improvement. I know the Jarrell Washington fight was tough for people to watch, but you got to remember he came off a long layoff, the longest layoff of his career, and 2 injuries: the torn bicep and the messed up hand. So he had never been out that ring that long and never been dealt with an injury like that, I don't believe. So he just bounced back like a true champion versus Tavern. We see what he do next. He's still saying he'll fight Dylan White as long as they put Joshua in the contract. We know that won't happen. So sound like Dominic Brazil want to fight Charles Martin. So I don't know where Wilder gonna go after this. But Miller, backing his fellow American, I like it. He did say after the Joshua Takan fight that Deontay, you better get him before I knock him out. About Anthony Joshua. I love the American connection right here, but it's a tough fight for both guys. Joshua is definitely no chump, no slump, no nothing. He's a good fighter, but there's deficiencies there that people don't want to talk about. But Big Baby Miller bagging the fellow American Deontay Wilder, and hopefully that bit to get one of them beat Joshua and become heavyweight king.